Hello, good afternoon. Today's topic is life. What is life? Life is plants and animals are living things. So we'll see what is life. So as the life, what are the characteristics of life? For example, animals. All animals have life. From birth to death, life is going on. Before birth, the mammals that depend on the mother for life during development inside the uterus. But we consider life starts when the baby, whether it is animals or human beings, takes the first breath, that breathes air. Before that, the oxygen for the baby, for animals and human beings, is from the mother's blood. Mother's lungs take oxygen from the air, and that oxygen is given to the child in the uterus through blood, through placenta. So the baby takes the first breath, and oxygen goes into the brain and cells. Life starts for animals and human beings. And when the oxygen supply is stopped to the cells and brain, life stops. So oxygen, that's air, oxygen in the air is very necessary. So we will see in the water there are certain animals like fishes, whale, all of which gives rise to babies. So how these fishes and whales breathe? So they have gills, or instead of lungs, in some mammals of the land, they have gills in the side of the neck, which takes blood, oxygen dissolved in the water, and sends it to the body. That is, oxygen is needed. As long as oxygen is given, all the animals live. So how this oxygen supply stops is, one, when the organism, the animal, is too weak to breathe due to certain things, and the lungs, heart stop working, weakness, or some disease. This life stops. This is life. But in the plants, you will see, plant and the seed, there is life. And when water, it is planted in the soil, falls in the soil, planted, takes water, and the covering ruptures and the seed breaks down into a new plant. Maybe a big tree, oak tree, a small plant, or a rice plant, or coconut tree, which becomes big. So this is life. So what is the common thing in this living things, plants and animals, is these are made of cells, small compartments, just like bricks in a building. Small compartments are there. In the small compartment, it's like brick. In plants, it is more like brick. In animals, it is not so rigid. It's like a water-filled balloon. It's flexible, no rigid wall. So whatever it is in plants and animals, the cells are same as far as the nucleus. In the center there is a round thing called the nucleus, and the surrounding liquid or fluid mass called cytoplasm. In it, mitochondria, RNA, DNA in the nucleus and RNA in the cytoplasm, mitochondria which produce power, etc. It's just like a compartment, just like a train compartment. In the animals also it is there, DNA, RNA, and also in the viruses or bacteria also there is this thing. They are also living things. So the virus has got inside the nucleus of the cells living things. There is a deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA. So the viral virus is a organism which comes into the living things and gets into the cell and makes the cell manufacture the viral DNA and multiply, make such a factory making viruses inside the living things, human beings. So viruses come and multiply their copies. Thousands of copies of viruses are made inside the cells of the living human beings, some viruses. So this is also living things. Human beings and other living things can multiply their cells, but the virus has to get into the human body to multiply itself, make the human cell, make the human cell manufacture viruses. That's how some diseases spread all over the world. So it is also life. So this is life, simple as basic as it is. But the human beings, all the things live and die, just like the nature plant. But the highest living thing, that's human beings. Nature has given some more power. It's a brain, language. They can communicate. They can use the brain to shape the world, shape their lives, their lifestyles, and whatever the human mind decides it can do. Only thing, it has to believe in it. Belief comes from a long time of practice and seeing the results. Just like in any profession, the person sees the results of its actions and gets the right way. So similarly, the human being can shape the life itself. So this is life. In the plants, it starts in the seeds. It dies when it is thousands of years can live if nobody cuts it down. And it sends its seeds away from it so that it grows into seedlings and new trees will come. Similarly, the living things, including human beings and animals, gives rise to children, which who live in the next decades, and there are children in the next decades. That's why the human beings continue in the earth. But all the life, there are certain rules of life which everyone should follow. In the animals, it is instinct. They themselves feel what to do. But human beings have to be trained for usually 18 years about these things, the truths of life and the working of the human system, life, etc., to travel forward correctly. So this is life in a nutshell.